Hello everyone, welcome to 12am coding. So today we will be going to see about a new algorithm which is selection sort. Okay, so first of all let's understand this particular algorithm and how it works. Okay, so sorting, as I already told in the earlier tutorial, that it is just to arrange the elements in some specific order. Okay, and in our case, let's say this particular is a array we are having, so we can arrange it in some order, let's say ascending or descending. So either we can write it as 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, or if we want to do descending, then 8, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so this is one of the technique through which you can sort your array, and this will be having the time complexity big O of n square actually. Okay, and let's understand this how it works. Okay, so in this particular algorithm, if I take the example of 4, 5, 2, 8, 3, we are having this particular array. Okay, and let's say you want to sort this particular array. Okay, then how you can do this? So in this particular algorithm, what we do, that we will be having two parts of the array. Okay, for example, this array you will be having. Okay, in this array, first part will be sorted actually, and second part will be unsorted. We will be assuming this way. Okay, and we will be having n minus 1 iterations if n will be the size of the array. Okay, size, if n is the size, then your n minus 1 iterations you need to run for this particular algorithm. Okay, and let's see how we can sort our data using this particular algorithm. Now in this algorithm, the main important thing is, with each iteration actually we will be moving the smallest element of the array to the beginning actually, or to the first element. So we are having the sorted array and unsorted array. So in this unsorted array, we will be every time moving our smallest element to the first. So let me tell you how we can do. So if we are having 4, 5, 2, 8, 3 array, then in the first iteration, let's say in the first iteration, what will happen, that in this particular array you will be finding the smallest element. Okay, in our case, which is 2 actually. Okay, so what we'll be doing, we will be swapping this particular 2 with the first position actually. So we'll be doing, then this particular array will be 2, 5, 4, 8, 3 in the first iteration. Okay, then you will be running the second iteration. Okay, in the case of second iteration, as I already told, that when we will be moving our smallest element, then this particular part of array is already sorted, right? So we need to work with this particular part. Now in this particular part, which is the smallest element, 3, so you need to swap this with your first element of this sub array actually. So then your array will be 2, 3, then it will be 4, 8, 5. Okay, this will be the second iteration. Now in the third iteration, what will happen, that you need to, now this particular array is sorted, so you need to work with these elements. So in this particular, we are having 4. Okay, and 4 is already a smallest element in this particular array, so we don't need to do anything. So third iteration output will be 2, 3, 4, 8, 5. Okay, then this particular part is already sorted, so you need to work with this particular part. Now in this one, we are moving to the fourth iteration, and in this one 5 is smaller, so we'll be moving to this particular location, right? We'll be swapping, so it will become 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 8. Okay, so at the end we are able to sort that array, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. Okay, so this is the selection sort. Okay, so to do this particular thing, to run this n minus 1 loop, let's write a pseudo code and then understand how it works. Okay, so what we can do, that we can, like, in the, our outer loop will be for I equals to 0, then I less than n minus 1 we need to run, right? And then I plus plus. As I told, we need to run till n minus 1. So from 0 to n minus 1, if the length is 5, then you need to run 4 times this outer loop. Okay, and then what you can do in your array actually, let's say if your array, let me write it again, unsorted array, 4, then 5, then 2, then 8, and 3. Okay, and if your, this particular array you are having, right? So what we can do, we can imagine when this outer loop will be running, the index, the ith element is the smallest actually. Okay, so let me tell you. So we can just take a variable which is, let's say, smallest element. Okay, the integer. Okay, smallest, we can tell it, and we can name it as smallest, and which will be equals to I actually. So we are just tracking the index which is smallest. So in the beginning, our pointer will be at this position. Okay, and let's say this is the smallest element. So to find, actually we need to run the sub loop, and we will be comparing all elements with this particular. Okay, and whenever you find the smallest, you will be updating this smallest index. Let me tell you how. So we will be running a loop inside for j equals to now, as I already told, right, that if your array is sorted, right, so if one element you are already having, so you need to move to this particular array. We need to compare, like if we are having first element as sorted, then we need to compare with other elements. So if this particular array is already sorted, so if your pointer I is at this particular location, then you only need to compare this I with this particular part only, right? Then in this case your j will be equals to I plus 1, because I plus 1 element we need to take. If this is your I, then this will become your I plus 1, right? So you need to compare with this particular part, this element, right? That's what you need to do. So j equals to I plus 1, and then you can just traverse till j less than n. Actually you need to traverse till the end of this particular array, right? N minus 1, why we did? Because we will be running 4 times. Okay, and then we can run less than n, so it will be from this particular position to and it will be running. Okay, and then you can make j plus plus actually. Okay, and then after that what you can do, if your element at array j, okay, if your element at jth location, okay, if it is smaller than, okay, the smallest element, okay, if it is smaller than the smallest element, then you can update the smallest to j actually. Okay, so just understand this particular thing. So if we are having one array which is 4 5 2 8 3, okay, then let's say this particular, let me write one more thing, and if you find this particular smallest equals to j, then at the end, like whenever this loop will end, right, whenever this inner loop will end, then you can swap your, what you can swap, your array of I, okay, the ith element, and you can swap with the array of smallest actually. Okay, so let me dry run this particular code and let's see how it works. Okay, so in our particular case, let's say your I will be equals to 0 in the beginning. Okay, and I will be at this particular position. Now your smallest, okay, let me name it as s only for now. Okay, so let's say this will be s only. So this s will be equals to your 0. Okay, the 0th index element. Now I plus 1, j equals to I plus 1, so you will be running from this particular position. Okay, then you will be seeing inside that if your array of j is this particular element less than your smallest element, this one, so it's a no, right? So it's not less, so we will be skipping this particular if condition, right? We will not be entering inside this. Then it will come again, then it will be moving to this particular location, your j. Then it will be comparing that is your array of this particular position. Okay, if 0 1 2 3 4, okay, 3 and 4. So if your array of second, okay, second index is less than 0, it's true, right? So what we can do, your smallest you can set it to 2 now. Okay, and then again we'll be moving to this particular location, your j. So is your 8 is less than, now your smallest has become 2 actually. Okay, see, like smallest we assign, so it will compare 8 with the 2 now because the smallest became 2. So in this particular way, when you'll be keep on running, at the end of this particular loop, your smallest will be containing the smallest element into that particular array, the index of that actually. We are just checking the index, and after your inner loop will run, you will be able to find the smallest element. Okay, and then let's say for example, if your I will become 1, okay, then this particular position, right, it will be 2, then 5, then 4 and 8 and 3 will happen after the swap, right? So your this particular part is already sorted, so you don't need to consider it, right? Your I will be 1, so I will be running from this, and j, so I will be here and j will be running from this particular position. So we will be thinking that this particular element is the smallest element, and then we'll be comparing to the another part of the array, and if it is the smallest, we'll be replacing with the first position. So in each and every iteration, we will be having the smallest element into the sub part of the array. Okay, so I hope this particular code is making sense. Okay, so let's move to the IntelliJ and write the code of this particular question. Okay, so I'll be creating one function here. which is, let's say, static. Okay, static, and then it will be nothing, it will be returning just a void. Okay, and then after it, let's say selection sort. In the selection sort, it will be taking your integer array. Okay, and it will be taking the size also, let's say n. Okay, and after that, what we will be doing, we'll be running a loop that integer I equals to 0. Okay, and then integer I less than n minus 1. Okay, and then I plus plus you need to do. And inside it, what we can do, we can keep the index of smallest. Okay, so let's say minimum index we are having. Okay, and minimum index, first of all, we can just assign the value of I, ith index in this one, and then we'll be writing one more inner loop inside, which will be int j equals to I plus 1. Okay, from I plus 1 we need to run till less than n actually, and then we can do I plus plus. Okay, or not I actually, it should be j, right? It's not a I, so we can run it as j plus plus. Okay, and then inside we can check that if your array of j is less than array of minimum index. If it is so, then you can update your minimum index equals to j, because you are able to find the less element than this particular. Okay, so whenever we will run the loop in the inner loop, then we will be able to find the minimum index. Okay, and you will be able to find it. And once you move out of the loop, then your minimum index into the part of array you will be having. So what simply you can do, you can swap your elements, and we know how to swap. We can just create a temporary variable, and in this one we can store our array of I, because we need to replace with that element only, first element, right, in our case now. And array of I you can do, and your array of I will be now having array of minimum index actually. Okay, and after that, what you can do, in the array of minimum index, you can assign your temp, which you already saved, right? So simple. Okay, once this particular swap will happen, then you can run this particular code and your array will be sorted. So we can simply do one thing, we can call our selection sort method, and we can pass our array, and here the length of the array we are having as n, and then you can print your array simply. Okay, so if we run our particular code, our currently our array is 4 5 2 8 3, so it should be sorted. So if we run our code, then if you see 2 3 4 5 8, we are able to sort it. Okay, so yes guys, that's it for this particular tutorial. Thank you and see you in the next tutorial.